Hey guys, it's Jason with Kentucky Sustainable Living. Quick little thing on the video I'm about to put out. I put in a couple H braces for perimeter fence. I got two more sections of perimeter fence I've been trying to finish up, but I got two H braces put in and it's looking good. Hopefully start stretching fence on Saturday to finish up that section and get all our T-posts driven and some barbed wire on the top. But that's the way I do H braces, so you'll kind of see. It might not be the way you do it, but that's the way we do it here, and it seems to work. We've had our fences up for a while with no problem. Also, one thing, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share the video out. It beats the algorithms. Leave a comment. The more comments you leave, the more it gets pushed out. But yeah, share the video, please. Also, don't forget, KentuckySustainableLiving.com is our website for the festival we're having in October. Go check it out. Sign up for our email list, and then we'll get emails sent out to you. We're not going to spam you or anything like that, but sign up for that so we'll know you're coming. Also, look at the classes. Chuck Peoples is doing a homestead medicine class on Friday. And then also Eric Porterhouse and Teal is doing a plant guild class on Friday too. Check those out. They're where you can sign up for those on our website. Sign up. They're limited spots. Also Sunday, Chuck is going to do a Stop the Bleed class, which that's a 4-hour class. But if you got any questions, comment below. I can answer those for you. And here's the video. Thanks. Hey guys, it's Jason with Kentucky Sustainable Living. It's Thursday afternoon, the 25th. I got done doing everything I needed to do today for working for other people, so we're going to work on some perimeter fence. What we've got, you can kind of see, you see this post right there. It goes along the property line. It's probably 10 foot off the property line, because I wanted to keep a screen for the neighbors and stuff like that, so I pulled it off the property line. What I'm going to do is, if you can see, I'm going to come off that post and run a cattle panel 16 foot closer to make it closer to the property line. And that little short stretch of fence, I'm just going to put a cattle panel in there and some T-post and nail it to there. That'll suffice. So what we're gonna do, I can turn you around. On the other side of the tractor here is a property line. I don't want to clear all the property line just because I like the screening and everything. So we're gonna run high tensile field fence up along the property line as close as we can get to it. Right now I'm gonna mark off for my H brace, and then we'll kind of show you how to put an H brace in. Let me get all this marked off and then I'll show you. All right, guys, we got the first hole augered in. I've got the concrete in it, and it's plumbed as close to plumb as it's going to get, because we all know these augers on the tractors don't exactly go perfectly straight like you need them to. So we'll check and see. All right, good enough for government work there, boys. But what I've got, I put 80 pounds of concrete in the hole. I don't pre-mix my concrete. Some guys do and then pour it in. I pour it in dry and then pour about a gallon and a half of water on top of it and rod it in a little bit with a stick. And then cover the rest of it with dirt. And I'll kind of show you what the hole looks like. There's what the hole looks like. These are 7.5 foot long posts. We've augered it as far down in the ground as we can get with the auger, and there's about 52 inches sticking up, so you can do the math on that, but it's at least a good 3 foot in the ground. So I'm gonna pour the water on here, measure for my horizontal piece, and then mark that and get another hole augered in there. I found out on these, like I said, what I'll do is take a 80-pound bag of concrete, throw in there, and wet it down, rot it a little bit, and then I take some of the dirt that's left over to fill the rest. I've got an old 4-foot level that's all metal, and I use it as my tamper. That's just one less thing you got to carry out in the field with you to do stuff with. I'm going to tamp this down and get it ready, and then we'll put our horizontal in. All right, my horizontals are 8 foot. I cut it and marked it just a little short because I can always cut that horizontal off. I can't stretch that pipe, and all I got's 8 foot. So I got to run grab my Sawzall and my screw gun, and we'll get everything set and ready to go here in just a second. All right, what I've got both posts in. You can see concrete in, water poured on. I've got my horizontal cross brace. I put those at 42 inches. This wire I think is 46 inches. I'm not 100% sure, but I put all the other ones at that height and it seemed to work fine. What I did was shoot a screw in each post on the H brace. Put a screw in, left it sticking out maybe an inch or so. Hooked my first one, pulled the post apart just a little bit, and then pushed them back together. So right now it's being held by some deck screws. So what I'm going to do now, we've got to do our cross brace with our brace wire. I think it's a 9-gauge brace wire, galvanized brace wire. What we'll do, we've got a strainer. I've got a tool that turns this, and what you want to do, your brace wire is going to go diagonal. So if you're pulling, the tension is going to pull from this post and be pulling that way. So what this post is going to do is going to put pressure on this horizontal to the top of that post. So what you want to do is the way that you're pulling on the opposite post, you want to have your brace high. So the brace will come down here, will be up there, and it'll come down to the bottom of this post. So then what happens is the pressure's going this way, it gets transferred to that post, but then that post is braced at the top to the bottom of this other post. It'll kind of make sense here in a minute when I get it all together. All right, guys, we've got this H braces done. So what essentially will happen, all our fence is going to be pulling this way. So what happens, it tries to pull this post over, but all your load pulling sideways is transferred down this pipe over to the top of that post. But what your brace wire does right here is help hold that post, because as that post is pushing, the wire is holding it back at the bottom of this post. So essentially it's a diagonal bracing is what it is. So we've got this X brace in. One thing I've got, these Gripple tools, and the Gripple fence tool. That's a freaking awesome piece of equipment. If you're going to be doing any fencing, get it. And then the Gripples, I use the Gripples all the time. But this H brace is set and ready to go. I'm going to go up to the end of the driveway and finish up another H brace up there.